So I've been seeing your guys' comments, and in as much as I would love to do these interviews with these people, I need my channel to look like a lucrative enough channel for people to want to come to, which means you guys have to subscribe, you guys have to share, and then obviously they'll be like, oh, this girl gets views, like, of course I want to talk to her. So yes, I want to interview everyone you guys are suggesting, but also we gotta work together, okay? All right. Y'all, it is like Noah didn't even exist. Like, they completely edited that man out, talking about he decided to leave. No, he did. Listen, it is none of our business what that man chooses to do in his personal life, all right? You do what you want to do, Noah. So the episode pretty much starts out with Celie calling out Johnny's BS.
It feels like there's a level of manipulation now, looking back at everything and looking at the way that you've worded it, looking at the way that you preface Casa Amor by saying, it's nothing, baby, it's nothing. You also said, it's nothing that you didn't do. Really? Because that was a whole lot that I didn't do. And for me to still feel like I did something wrong after going on a date with Benny is just like, are you kidding me?
I don't know if she truly sees how manipulative his things, like the things that he says, are, because she is still, and yes, I understand, it's not going to take a day or two to just get over weeks of feelings for someone. Completely understand. But personally, I just see traits in him that I've seen in other people where the relationship doesn't end well in terms of mental warfare. Like, he really is playing a psychological game, and I'm just like, yo, like, I can see how easily you would bypass the things that he says, because it's little things here and there, but over time they start to build. I hope he isn't manipulative and it's just him being young, but I'm leaning towards manipulative. Connor pulls Moira aside and tells her that he just wants to be friends.
I think, come to the point where I do just want to be friends.
Like, do you know why that is?
I very much thought I would be with Mackenzie for the entire time. I was fully, willing and ready to give her a second chance.
And honestly, who didn't see this coming? Because, I mean, as cute as they are, yeah, they're cute. I feel like they'd be cute. He's so hung up on this girl, Mackenzie. And I feel like until they try to go forward with a real relationship in the real world, it's highly unlikely that he's going to get over her. Like, if it doesn't work on the show, it's like, okay, well, there's the pressures of the show. But then if it doesn't work in the real world, then it's like, okay, we're really not going to work out, right? So that is going to need a real life experimentation to see whether they're going to stick together or not. Moving on to Moira, though, I don't think you're ready for a relationship, babes. I don't.
I'm trying to work on how I feel more than what the other person feels. But that being said, just gonna try and move forward. I mean, like, I'm to have you here and, like, look me in the eyes as a best friend and tell me it's okay is, like, really all I can ask for right now.
If all of these little things cause you to be so emotional and so, distraught, how much more in a real relationship when there's real problems? Like, man, my girl, it's okay to just be friends. Like, you don't have to date the people in this house. Just be friends. Laurel debates maybe pursuing Calvin over Carrington, and honestly, I don't blame you.
How old is Laurel?
She is my age, 23.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. Oh, wait, no, wait, 22, because you're 2 months behind me.
Okay.
Yeah, 22. You're 22.
How many siblings and what gender?
Yeah.
Okay, you have 6 and you got...
No.
Yes. All right, how many do I have?
You have a sister and a brother. And your dad's name is Jose, and your mom's name is Stephanie.
Well, guess what?
Woo!
You got...
And your favorite color is forest green. You're 23 years old. You have brown eyes.
He is kind of shallow, and like I said, I do believe that he likes you. But will it be able to sustain itself outside of the house? Highly doubt it. Even if you lived in the same state. Like, I don't know how America works, but here in Canada, if I was dating somebody in Saskatchewan, no. So the girls go for brunch, and oof, Justine ate that yellow dress, y'all. She ate it. But Celie talks about being in a better mind space to make a clearer decision.
I feel like I'm in a good place now in terms of like what I have to do and like the conversation that I have to have with him. At the end of the day, I have to do what's best for me, and I'd be doing myself a disservice if I do anything less than what I want at this point.
Unfortunately for all of us, I'm pretty sure that decision is to get back with Johnny, and I'm like, at this point, fine. At this point, you can't want for someone what they don't want for themselves. So girl, sure, go for it. I can't, all right. She later has a conversation with Johnny telling him that he needs to do better. And this is why I'm just like, okay, she's going to take him back.
I need you to do better.
Yeah, and 100%, I hear you.
And it's like, then it's the question, like, do I want to put myself through that?
I don't want you feeling like this.
You know, I went into today knowing that I had to change. You know, I got to be more of a listener. I can't be so defensive. We have a lot going for us. She's so important to me. She brings so much to the table, and I don't want to jeopardize our relationship ever again.
Like, this man, in her eyes, can do no wrong at this point. She's in too deep. Like, it's gonna be very difficult for her to actually make a clean break from this kid, even if for some reason they end up not together in the end, right? I feel like there's still be some lines of communication open post the show, and they're gonna try it out in the real world. I don't know, I just feel it. I don't want it, but I feel it. And it's so frustrating to me, especially because Johnny is out here making it seem like he's making these strides and whatnot. Turns out to be jealous literally hours later.
I mean, I thought I was good.
Johnny, nothing bad's gonna happen.
This has been stressful, beyond compare, to be real. Anytime I see my girl talking to another guy, of course, my first reaction is to get somewhat protective. I can't imagine anything being more of a test than this is.
And it's like, sir, time and time again, she has not given you a reason to question her motives. She has not given you a reason to be insecure. You are giving yourself reasons of why she should be insecure because you're constantly bringing up things that are non-factors. And I'm like, do you want this relationship to work? This almost feels like self-sabotage at this point. Like, you don't have to be protective over somebody who doesn't need protecting. Like, she saw you go on a whole date with a woman you were interested in and said, I'm not worried. I don't understand. So now it's time for the recoupling, and they didn't lead us into it. It was just Justine and Caleb. And honestly, okay, I was on Twitter, and apparently Justine and Caleb had a hideaway. Where's that footage? Why are we not seeing that? If y'all stop cutting out, no, if y'all keep cutting out Justine and Caleb, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna do something. Like, I just don't understand what's the reason for y'all cutting out Justine and Caleb so much. Like, what did they ever do to you? That's who we want to see. Are you not on the same Twitter that I'm on? Like, we all want to see them. Fix up. Anyways, they move on to Moira about to make her decision and then cut it, and then they show us the trailer.
This was the hardest decision I've had to make here in the villa.
And it's 2 islanders out, 2 new girls in.
These new girls, you know, before these new boys came in, I would have said these new girls are not going to do anything. But now that they've come in, I'm just like, you know what? They might do something. I feel like someone might say something that'll bring out the drama. I don't freaking know. Someone's head might be turned. I don't know whose. But at this point, anything is possible. One of the chicks is like, she looks like someone who Johnny might have a hard time resisting. And I want to see how he plays that. Like, at this point, I feel like he is going to stick with her only because he's fought so hard to get to this point. But I think internally, he's really going to want to explore with one of these chicks. I don't know what their names are, but one of them. Anyways, so for the people who end up making it to the end of these videos, you guys are the ones who get the announcements and the good news because you're loyal. I'm going to be talking with Mike. I hope I'm doing this right. Mike. So leave me the blue hearts yet again, and these blue hearts are going to be for Mike, not for me like usual. They're going to be for Mike. Questions you want to ask him about his personal life, his time on the show, and maybe what he's been seeing post his time on the show with the people who are still on. So post your blue heart questions, and I will be asking him in 2 days time. So you can ask in today's video and tomorrow's video, and the next video you'll see, most likely, if all goes well, will be me speaking with Mike. That is all that I have for you guys today. I will see you guys tomorrow.